Blessed people of the world, say no to kidney failure. Say no to mental illness. Say no to alcohol intake. Say no to excess sugar, excess salt intake. Say no to smoking. And say no to lack of adequate water intake. What I'm trying to say, don't allow your kidney to fail. When the kidney fails, it can lead to mental illness. Because why? Most of the waste products in the body that the kidney has to separate and excrete and remove out of the system could not be done. And if that fails, the chemicals, the poisonous waste products in the body will be reabsorbed back into the system and circulated through the circle of Willis to the brain and irritate the brain. What are those things that we need to excrete out of the body in form of waste product? In the urine, we have the uric acid, the creatinine, the phosphate, even excess salts need to be excreted out of the urine so that it won't damage the kidney and cause kidney failure. So, ladies and gentlemen, say no to kidney failure. Say no to alcohol intake. Say no to cigarette smoking. Say no to all those things that can damage your kidney. So, because kidney failure can lead to mental illness. On this note, I'm welcoming you back to my YouTube channel, Talking Health with Grandpa. I appreciate all of you listening, viewing, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on my preventive health topics. God bless you all. Before we go into the topic proper, let's quickly see the anatomy and physiology of the kidney. What are the kidneys? Kidneys are two muscular, bean-shaped structured embedded in the body of human being, and the most important function of them is to excrete waste product in form of urine and other waste out of the body for body to be healthy. And this is the diagram, just a short diagram of the human kidney. You could see the anatomy of it. These that you are seeing are the pyramids. Those ones are the one where filtration is taking place. And you could see this blood blue color is the kidney, a part of the blood that supplies the kidney and even takes waste products in terms of already used blood out of the kidney for purification. That is the this one I'm touching is the renal vein, and the other one that is red color for you to see very well is the renal artery that carries nutrients, oxygen, and other good things to the kidney to supply the kidney for filtration, where the reabsorption, selective reabsorption take place. It will take the good ones back to the system to nourish the system. So because of that, now if there is any damage either by the kidney tubules that cannot filtrate or by the damage of the calyces, then or by the damage of any structure made up of the kidney that make the kidney not to filter those waste products, then it can cause kidney failure. Apart from having injury, if you have direct injury also it can happen. So that is just a brief anatomy of the kidney. And let me show you, that is the macroscopic. This is the microscopic anatomy of the one I show you here, the one that you cannot even see with naked eyes except under high power microscope. This is the microscopic anatomy of the kidney. This is the macroscopic, the one you can see, anatomy of the kidney. And what are the functions of the kidney? The responsibility of the human kidney is to excrete urine and is to remove waste product out of the human system for excretion. And let me tell you once again, if filtration happens here, it will pass it all along to the ureter. This is the ureter of the kidney. And from the ureter, it passes to the urinary bladder. And from the urinary bladder, when it's full, naturally, because of blood and even some nerve supply, you will see that the bladder will start contracting, and the urine that has been in the urinary bladder will be excreted, pass out through the urethra, and you will void it out. But you people, that when you are feeding, you have the urge, quickly go and look for how you can excrete. If not, if such urine is not excreted out of the system and it absorbs back into the system, it can damage what? Your kidney. And if the kidney damage, as I've said, then it can affect your central nervous system, because all those poisonous substances will be reabsorbed and sent back to the brain and cause damage to the brain tissues, and even the brain coverage could be affected and later lead to mental illness like irrational behaviors, restlessness, loss of memory, loss of judgment, aggressiveness, and all whatnot. So don't allow your kidney to fail. Then, but what could even cause the kidney failure, as I've said earlier on? You see, when you are taking too much salt, when you are taking alcohol, it can cause damage. When you are smoking cigarettes or any hard drugs, later or sooner the damage to the kidney could occur. And if it occurs, that is a great problem, because it could lead to mental complication. And besides that, as I've said earlier on, most of the content of the urine that you need to pass out are the urea, the uric acid, the phosphate, then the sulfate, the chlorine, and even other unwanted products in the body could be passed through the urine. That is, after the kidney might have secreted and filter it and pass it for proper excretion. That is that. So, ladies and gentlemen, how can we now prevent, even before prevention? I just mentioned, because of time, I just mentioned very few. Smoking can cause damage of the kidney. Alcohol can cause it. Infection like gonorrhea and other urinary tract infection also, if not well treated, can cause damage. There could be malformation, which is natural. It could be malformation when the fetus is in the womb, and because of one reason or the other, then there are malformation of that kidney, of that fetus, then it could cause it. Then kidney stone, formation of calcium, calculus, and all these hard things in the pelvis of the kidney can lead to kidney failure. Then lack of intake of water. If you don't take water, it's better you take water, adequate, sufficient water, at least about 3 to 4 liters of water daily, beside the one you take when you are taking your meal. So take adequate water to prevent your kidney from being failed. So excessive salt intake, as I've said earlier on, it can cause kidney failure. So limit your salt intake, control your salt intake, know how to control it. According to science, they say 6 grams of salt need to be taken in 24 hours. Our people are taking more than 6. You go to bukateria, you take salt. You go to eatery, you take salt. You cook in your house, you take salt. All these need to be limited, need to be corrected. So don't allow all these things to spoil your kidney, protect your kidney. So what, even if it happens, what could have been, as I've said earlier on, the signs and symptoms of mental involvement in this? Irritability, that individual will be aggressive, loss of memory, loss of judgment, hallucination, and so on, sleeplessness, and the rest. All mental health signs and symptoms could come up. So with this, how can we now prevent it? Take adequate water regularly. When I say water, wholesome water, not contaminated water. Apart from that, avoid intake of alcohol. Avoid intake of alcohol. Avoid smoking. Avoid excessive salt. Empty your bladder regularly. If there's full up in your urinary bladder and you are feeling the urge, please, even if you're in the plane, there's a place where you can just go and ease yourself. Don't say, oh, let me be managing it. If you are doing it, you will cause more harm than good. So, and be very careful not to injure your kidney. Be very, very careful. Then pregnant mothers also should avoid smoking. They should avoid alcohol intake, and they should avoid hard drugs intake. Then limit calcium intake. Don't take excess of calcium, even if it's been prescribed. Once it's been prescribed for you and you exhaust the one being prescribed, don't take extra one. Go and see your doctor. So protect your kidney to protect your brain. Protect your kidney to protect your life. Protect your brain to protect your kidney, because even brain control the contraction and relaxation of the urinary system of your bladder. Is the one even taking charge and giving order even to the human kidney to function efficiently. So ladies and gentlemen, say no to kidney failure, say no to mental illness, say no to alcohol intake, say no to cigarette smoking, say no to excess salt intake, and say no to retention of urine. If you feel the urge, please go and avoid it. Urinate it out. Push it out. Because if it goes back into the system, it can even do a lot of damages, even besides the brain complication. As I'm telling you, please take note of this and acting on to it. Your life is very important. Live a healthy, peaceful, sound life, excluding pain, excluding injury, excluding failure. Thank you very much. Continue watching my YouTube channel, Talking Head with Grandpa. There's a lot I have for you. Apart from this, apart from others, a lot you will achieve, a lot you will benefit from my health topics. Continue viewing, continue subscribing, continue sharing, continue commenting, so that we can move forward. Your life is very precious. Stay healthy, stay safe. Say no to kidney failure. Say no to mental illness. Say no to untimely death. God bless you.